There are several things that e-economic impact on rail actually, but all this either the terms if e-economic, borderless economic, or e-commerce economy. What else? Digital economy. Um, Before this is globalization economic. All this is actually term that, if you notice, is whatever happened to the economy, it will impact the transport system. Either it's for rail, for air transport, for sea transport, for pipeline, or for road transport. And because of all this economic, the changes in economic around the world will lead to land bridge, will lead to the integration rail and maritime, the container traffic, the extended of metropolitan region, the pattern of energy consumption, and last but not least, the digitalization technology and innovation. It's actually the the it's like a chicken and egg. Either the rail system developed to boost up the economy in one country, or the economy actually change the landscape of ways of rail being developed or improved or upgraded in that particular country. Okay, let's see one by one first. Land bridge. What is actually land bridge? If you see in the newspaper, in the internet, okay, you will see a lot of what we call that news about the Thailand bridge plan. Okay, why is land bridge is important? It will shortcut. Land bridge is other words for shortcut using rail, going through in the middle of the continent or in the middle of a country. Okay. Bridge is in Malay jambatan. Okay. Land bridge means that dalam bahasa Melayunya, jambatan yang menghubungkan apa orang kata, land, tanah. Okay. Land bridge actually provide a level of continuity between maritime and long distance inland port network. And in history, we look back into the Silk Road in 15th century. So you need to look back at your Titas, Tamadun Islam and Tamadun Asia story about the Silk Road. And the first modern land bridge is set up in 1880s by Canadian Pacific Railway. This one is to improve shipping time for high value ASEAN commodities. What is this high value ASEAN commodities? Usually it's spice. And it's associated with intermodal transport because one is maritime. We talk about vessel, and then long distance inland transport, land transport actually for rail or for road. But land bridge term is actually specific for maritime and rail. There are four types of land bridge. One, we just call it land bridge. Another one, mini land bridge, micro land bridge, and reverse land bridge. Oh, reverse. There is a reverse land bridge. The characteristic of land bridge, simple, easy to what you call that, memorize. Single bill of lading issued by the freight forwarder that covers the entire intermodal journey up to the final destination. Okay. And the good remain in the same container for the entire journey. So, in other words, the container is full load. Okay. There are four types of land bridge. We look into the first land bridge. This one is a link between the foreign origin and the destination. And this rail only used as a bridge between two maritime segments. For example, intermodal container shipped by ocean vessel from country A to country B, land bridge across the entire body of land, continent, or land of continent. All right. And the transport mode used as exclusively rail. So let's look into the map. Okay. This one is much more easy to understand. The ship is from country A to country B. So we stop here, change transport to rail and go through this continent and then put in the vessel again and go to the country B. That is land bridge. Why they don't go this way? Because it's long journey. This one is the shortcut. So usually it's travel long distance. The advantage is increase in speed. Speed meaning step time. Okay. And the shipping goods through the is Panama Canal lah. Alright. Yeah, usually they use the Eurasian land bridge, one of it. And it's actually very advantageous, not only in terms of speed, but also the the cost, the charge. Mini land bridge from port to another port in the same continent. Right, let's see the map. The destination is this one. So it's take a vessel, change to what we call that, rail transport, and move along the way. And then it's distribute the cargo. Okay. The advantage is save time, reduce costs, and avoid fees. Great impact to the economic growth along the way because they also can stop here to for the customer who customer client that need to the cargo to stop there. That is mini land bridge. For macro land bridge, this one from foreign origin to inland destination via port of entry. It took more time to be implemented because we need the collaboration among the companies of different transport sector. We look into the map. Where is it? Here. From country A, the cargo stop here and then change train to train and goes up into the hinterland. It carry large amount of cargo efficient use for railroad and frontliner. However, all this land bridge is very disadvantage if you move quantity less than full container load. It's better full container load. Rugi. Because the charge is a bit, what we call that? With the intermodal system, usually the charge is a bit lower. And the time spent on the total, for example, if they use 100% vessel, it will be a bit longer. Okay, the last one is reverse land bridge. Reverse land bridge is go down here, pass through a canal, stop here, and then goes up here. It's use what we call as maritime detour to reach an inland destination by using the closest maritime facet instead of land bridge. So this one, this type of land bridge usually been used. They use the Panama Canal to reach the east coast of port. And this expansion is expected, expansion of Panama Canal actually have a significant increase in this kind of services. Okay. This is reverse land bridge, and along the way, the vessel can stop several places to drop the cargo for reach here. Any question? Okay. This is some of the example land bridge in US, Northern American. We have the yellow one is the Canadian land bridge, and the orange one is the American, and all these are the connector. Connector means that they, because land bridge is for freight, so this one is track for freight, and this is all the hub or the inland port. This is another example, the Trans-Siberian land bridge. This is the longest one. And they already do what we call as double track electrified railway. So its cargo service is between 45 to 55 kilometer per hour, and passenger for 120 kilometer per hour. They, because it's double tracking, it's possible that they carry passenger also. This is the Trans-Siberian. For integration rail and maritime, it's a combination, not combination, it's interrelated with the containerization. Advantage of this integration is one is friendly to the environment, friendly towards society because it will reduce accident, road congestion, and dependency on energy reserve because we use rail and maritime. And it's better use of existing capacity, the space and whatnot. Flexibility of road, the economic of uh, rail for long journey, plus maritime, it suit well. Road is for what we call that container, one container. After they use rail, the rail stop at the terminal. So the engineer will need to use road at maritime, rail, and then engineer will use road. Why we use road? Because the container, the destination is a bit far from the terminal. So need to be sent by road. And in fact, the terminal is terminal. The rail track didn't go through the what we call that the company area. So yeah, and then it will integrated in terms of the logistics chain overall, and it's safe and secure. Reduce risk of that particular cargo, and it's like I said just now, it's linked back to the container traffic. When we talk about container traffic, you know what is container? Bukan Tupperware container. The big one is a steel uh, box, and it's a ISO standard, and it's provide a standard option when transporting goods or material over long distance. Standardized in terms of capacity, material, even the size, so that the equipment used to handle the container can be used the standardized one. This also actually expedite, meaning that make it faster in terms of custom inspect and clearance of the goods when doing the import and export. And whatever it is, the ISO standard is accordance to the type of transport being used to ship to send all this container. Before containerization, this is what happened in the port, and the loading and unloading is 100% labor intensive. Therefore, it's a bit slow, and it's very bottleneck. It's become bottleneck in the freight transport. And during that time, technology is hard to change. Another one is after the container been introduced by McLean in 1956. It's about the idea to putting the cargo into the metal box. So it's the intermodal is possible and make everything goes faster. The trading goes move faster in terms of trading and whatnot. Economic booming. Okay. Basically, there are 5 types of standard container: 20 foot, 40 foot, 45, 48, and 50, including that there is a high cube and half head container. Alright, in Malaysia, you will see this one a lot. That's why the flat car for the uh, train and flat car for the lorry is for the maximum of 40 foot. Okay, why not 45, 48? It's considered large, and you need to look back into the road condition in Malaysia. And for rail, is to look into the rail track, the design of the rail track, and the what we call that, plus the rail car. The flat car, the place where they want to, they can put the container. Okay, and it's have a lock. If you, if the container is not the size, standard size, then it's may actually tip off from the train. Because you need to remember, it's have a lock. If you see the container on the lorry, right, at the back, you will see there is a lock for those four here at the back and at the front. What happen if not locked? Then, if this one is a lorry, the container will swerve and become out of that particular, what we call that, flat car. Then it will take off and it will cause accident to the other motorist or vehicle, and it's very dangerous. That's why if there is a container accident, you will see that the lorry will flip together with the head, sometimes the prime mover, because of the weight of this and because of the lock. So it will tip all of it, not just the container. Okay. Uh, maximum gross maximum weight for 20 footer is 30,000 kg, or 24,000 kg for 40 footer. This one is kg. I always said it to you is if uh, 40 footer is, hold on, hold on. All right, sorry. Okay, continue for this. 20 footer, 10 tons, 40 footer, 20 tons. That one is much more easier for me to to actually easier to understand and easier to memorize. But it's not 100% 10 tons, it's plus plus. 20 tons pun is plus plus, plus minus, something like that. All right, okay. Okay, this one is all the codes. I think in road transport, you already learned this. This one is all the codes. What it means is already put here. It's a owner code, TGHU, product group code, U, registration number 7953. This one is registration number. The container registration number, one digit is 0, start size and type code 45G1. Operation, this one. Okay, it's quite little. Okay. So you can read all this, the owner code, the product code, the registration number, the serial number, the check digit, the size and type code, and the operational characteristic. Okay. How you want to actually practice it? Easy because Changlun at one what we call that, there is a lot of lorry in Changlun, so you can easily see the container, but make sure that the container stop before you open and, well, okay, this one what, this one what, this one what. All right, do not go and when you're driving, you try to memorize, you try to implement what we call it, practice all these things. Make sure that you stop. Okay, this one simple. Chew, 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 chew. 20 feet, 8 feet 6 inch, U1, open top container. This one, 40 feet, 5, 5 feet 6 inch, high cube container, G1, general purpose container. Meaning that there is maybe box with pellets and whatnot. Okay, I stop here first. Any question? Sorry, the assistant registrar called me to attend what we call that, meeting rayuan. Kita panggil rayuan apa? Tak tahulah. Dalam BI dah pening lah ni. Okay, any question? Tadi ada siapa tak tanya? Nurul Natasha, I'm going back to Perak. Okay, in that case, now I share with you the QR code. Mana dia QR code? Sekejap ya. Ceng. Okay.